Hello YouTube, it's Sarah, and today I wanted to give a review of Dark in Death by J D Robb. Now, from the title, you might be thinking there's zombies or vampires or something along the supernatural family going on in this story, but that's not the case. The dark from Dark in Death actually comes from a character in the story, kind of. Eve is called to the scene when a woman is found murdered in a movie theater. She and her friend had been watching Psycho when her friend got a phone call for a vet emergency, and while her friend was out of the theater, she was stabbed in the back, timed perfectly with the shower scene, so she died more or less at the same time the actress did. Eve is starting her investigation when Nadine first shows up with another writer friend. Turns out this writer friend is a best-selling author and has written books about a character named Dark, who investigates crimes. This crime is actually the second imitation crime. The first went unnoticed or unrealized of the connection. Eve and her team, her wonderful hubby Rourke, her fearless partner Peabody, and Peabody's bae, fearless e-detective McNabb, must all work together to find the next victim before they lose their life. There is the usual quick wit in the writing of the in-depth novels. However, there's a few things that are getting old, like the references to Rush Hour. Now, while these references are still fresh because it's Eve's perspective, and yes, it's nice for those jumping in the middle of a series. For those of us that have been reading it from the start, it gets old. An example of one of these quotes referring to Rush Hour: blasting ad blimps, farting maxi buses, a bike messenger with an obvious death wish, cross streets clogged with delivery vans, crosswalks clogged with pedestrians who appeared oblivious to the meaning of walk, don't walk signals, cabs, cars, blaring horns, and an underlying rumble of simmering anger slapped together to form New York at rush hour. But why some idiot termed it rush hour when it was crawl hour, Eve would never know. So while it's kind of funny, these jokes are repetitive. They change, but it's kind of like the same joke over and over and over and over and over and over again. And it kind of takes something away. There are a few characters that we love but have decided to sit this book out. Mavis Freestone is Eve's best friend from the old days. She used to be a grifter and is now a famous singer, rock star. Her bae Leonardo, a fashion designer who actually designs most, if not all, of Eve's fashionable evening and party wear. And their daughter, Bella. Mira does make a few appearances as she tries to help Eve learn of the psychology behind the killer. Chief Whitney does not make an appearance, I think. If he does, I missed it. And Feeny also makes an appearance. 2, maybe 3 short ones, but one of them is one of those hilarious things. He used to be partnered with Eve back when she was a rookie, and he apparently tried to talk to her about music. And there's a funny scene in the squad room area, and I'm not gonna say too much more about that because I don't want to spoil it for you. It's funny how it plays out. The story itself was its usual gripping nature as we follow Eve trying to figure out the whodunit and who's gonna die next, and tries to convince some unconvincible people to do this one small little thing and save their lives. And, well, you can probably guess where that's gonna go. Overall, I gave this 4 out of 5 stars instead of my typical 5 for these books usually. Yes, it probably could pull me out of a reading slump, but I'm not sure with the typical Eve jokes that we've heard before. The writing is still very much quick-witted and very enjoyable. There are still plenty of laughs in the book, and I do recommend you check out Dark in Death by J D Robb. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, give it a like down below, and don't forget to subscribe for some more bookish related videos, book reviews, book subscription box unboxings, book hauls, and more. You can also find me on my other social medias, links down below. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week with a new video. TTFN!